Alrighty, I'm here with my friend Craig, my friend Janae, and what's going on here?
I'm not sure. I just was called to stand up on the stage. I thought I was getting an award, actually.
You didn't even make it to the stage.
Well,
You're two steps short.
That's the award I get. The guy that doesn't make it to the stage. Take a look around you. Do you have to ask what's going on here? What do you think, Janae?
I think it's going to be
Look at Janae's
super
hat.
fun. There's a bunch of trains.
It's the HOSTLERS Model Railroad Show, the 29th. Next year's 30. But
Good math, Farrell.
I know. I paid attention one day, and it was like the day where you add one. So let's walk around, talk to some people, and see how bad Craig wants to abuse me today.
Yeah, we're here at the HOSTLERS Model Railroad Show, I guess it is. And now, thanks to the magic of television, so are you.
All right, can I get your name?
Julianne Scott.
And Jillian, what are you doing down here today?
Oh, I'm volunteering for Wonderful World of Trains.
And I saw you were running this.
Yeah.
There's like Thomas the train derailed, but it was a major crisis with Thomas.
I'm here with Lee Witten, and he's so famous.
Oh, yes.
How'd you get to be so famous?
By being in the club for 20 years.
That'll do it. 20 years in the club. So can you tell us a little bit about the HOSTLERS Club?
Well, the HOSTLERS Club started 29 years ago, and we've been having annual shows ever since. We used to have the shows up at the Browning Armory at the south end of Washington Boulevard. But then the new museum director asked Mike, why don't you move down here to the museum? And so we did, and so every year, first weekend of March, we have this show.
HOSTLERS is how you say this, right?
Not hustlers.
Yeah,
HOSTLERS.
There's a whole different
We
thing.
do that in our other shift, our other job.
I should have got that on. I should have got that on film. Craig, at the HOSTLERS Railroad, is it a convention? What is it exactly you call this?
We call it a festival, our Model Railroad Festival.
Festival, yeah.
We do it yearly.
So why do they have so many different trains on one table?
Well, everyone wants to try different trains for different sizes. So that way, if you ever want a train of your own, you'll see which sizes they are, and we'll sell them right here.
Oh, so you can pick what size you want and just go ahead and buy it.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about this photo contest? It's so awesome.
One of the fun annual events is to display and have popular judging of photographs taken by members and non-members alike, as long as it depicts something that has to do with railroading or model railroading.
All right, so who am I talking to?
Steve Marcus.
Steve. Great, nice to see you. What's your part in this? Did you build this behind you?
I put it together. Each individual member gets to build one of these modules, and then I'm responsible to plug it all together and make it work.
Okay, that I finally got it. That's why there's like little separations and all that. So how many different modules do you have here?
I just have to guess right now, probably 20.
20?
And since we are here locally, here in Ogden on Washington Boulevard, anyone and everyone could come and see us at our store, which is open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6.
I've seen it on Washington Boulevard. Where's it at? It's
It's a little white house.
yeah, but I can't remember the address.
Oh, it's between 30th and 31st on Washington.
Yeah. 3061 Washington Boulevard. Right there. So make sure you go check out Wonderful World of Trains. They got some really cool stuff. Hey, thanks a lot for talking with me.
You're most certainly welcome. Enjoy the show.
So if I want to enter next year, what do I do?
Well, between now and next year, start taking pictures of trains or model trains and pick out the ones you like best. And you can check our website. We post our rules on the website so you can see whether you're qualified as far as your subject matter goes and you fit into one of the categories that we have.
How do you find these people? I mean, is there a club or something, or you have a Facebook page or smoke signals, or?
We do have a Facebook page, and we are the club, the HOSTLERS Model Railroader Club. We've got a web page on the internet, and people that come to the show, we usually every year get 2 or 3 new members every year, and keep it that way. We got about 175 members now.
Hey, where were you
How are you doing? I'm Craig.
We've never met, Craig.
Is that right? We've never met?
Yeah, you've avoided me.
I have? No, the thing about it is, so we were over interviewing somebody, and Farrell said, there's this guy here that likes me, which is amazing anyway. But he says, we've got to go talk to him. And he said, he's an amazing artist and everything. And so I think Farrell's kept me from you because he doesn't want me to take over the number one slot.
No, Craig said, what is he, eating crayons and then spinning them on canvas? That's what he said. I'm like, hey, you be nice.
Thanks for watching my back.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
right on.
For the folks at home out there, explain who you are.
I am Mark Decebo. Mark Decebo, yes.
Right. And this is your work right here.
Well, you don't know already that I'm Mark Decebo.
He's the artist of the rails, Craig.
I feel like the microphone's cutting out or something.
Where did my wife go? Why'd she get out of the picture?
If you'd watch this show more often, you'd know who he is.
Oh, well, wait, why am I?
I've been on
Yeah,
three
at least.
3 years.
Yeah.
At least.
You are Farrell's friend, man. I came over here just to get clobbered about being an idiot or something.
It can't be any larger than 8 by 12, and the frame has to be 11 by 14. Other than that, bring it down and put it in the category you want and see if the public likes it.
Sweet, what do you win?
Well, we give out ribbons, and we have a first, second, and third prize place ribbon, and then we have one ribbon for best of show. So the photograph that gets the most votes of all is awarded the best of show.
Explain to me if you can. I mean, I know, but what about the people out there watching? What is the lure of trains? Why do people like trains in this day and age? I mean, this is internet and jets and rockets and all that. Why trains?
Most of the lure is from us older fellows because we had model trains when we were younger.
Yeah.
I think our average age of our club members is probably 70 years old. We do have a few youngsters joining, but not very many.
Yeah.
There are, but once the train bug hits you, whether you're young or old, it's there for a lifetime.
I was going to compliment you on your work.
Where's your girl partner?
Oh, we fired him. No, she was busy today.
My self-esteem
Craig,
has
the girl's
never
right
been
here.
worse. I can't. It's never
The
been
girl's
worse.
right here. It's Craigina.
Oh man.
We have Janae.
Oh, of course we do.
Hey, you like my hat?
This is better, thanks.
Bye, Craig. You were telling me that there's a way for young kids to get involved in this hobby these days.
Yeah, a lot of model railroaders are getting awfully old, and we need to have young kids get interested in the hobby to keep it alive. And one thing I think that's going to help that is the new technologies that are being used in model railroading. For one thing, something called digital command control, where each locomotive has a little decoder inside of it, and you use a handheld throttle, and some people can even use apps on their iPhones or their smartphones to control their locomotives and lighting and what have you.
You know, my father is wandering around here someplace, and he's about 82 years old, and he still has his train that he got when he was, I don't know, maybe 10 years old, something like that. I don't think he gets to set it up very often, but I mean, he's like the person you're talking about. But I see a lot of young people here too. Like, look at like the young moms and stuff out here. Why are they here?
The kids love to watch the trains. The youngsters, when they're 4, 5, 6 years old up to about 10, it seems like they've really got a good interest in it. But as they get older, they get their Game Boys and different things, and the train interest kind of wanes away on them.
Hi, Janae. How you been?
I've been great.
Nice to see you again.
Nice
How's
to
your
see
daughter?
you. She's doing great.
Is she still painting and drawing?
Yes.
Yeah?
She's going to graduate.
Another exciting episode
with
of This
her
Is Your Life.
Degree. She's going to graduate as a graphic designer.
This is when we visit and get to know what's been
Yeah,
going
well,
on.
you know, kids, one of them tripped and broke their leg, and the other one got an F, so I had to ground them. And
Still single now?
and well, you know that. I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue.
Don't get it.
I know, forget it.
Since kids are into that sort of technology, being able to apply it to model trains, I think is going to really help keep the hobby alive with the next generation.
Great. So you can have modern technology with old trains.
Right.
Steve, thanks for your help.
You bet.
I really appreciate it. And can I take one of these?
One of what?
Well, one of the trains, one of the modules. Just
You'd have to arm wrestle somebody to get it, probably.
oh yeah. Well, that's all it'll take. Some of those guys, I'm pretty sure I
know
can
what?
arm wrestle them.
I'll be your muscle. How about that, Craig?
Right. I got Farrell
be the
right
muscle.
here. Farrell, get in there and arm wrestle somebody. I want that train right there. Farrell, you may not know it. Farrell, he's pretty rough.
Yeah, we got some big boys, too.
All right. I want to see a fight. Just between Farrell and them. I don't want anything to do with it.
It might take two of us, but we could handle it.
Okay, let's start over.
So what's new and exciting, Mark? What do you got going on? Last year you were working, so you couldn't come here. So you've had 2 years to come up with something new and different.
How about a train from France? I painted that, and I'm working on 2 new ones over here, one from Great Britain and one from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
They're pretty close, same region.
Great Britain and Cheyenne, yes.
Great Britain, Wyoming.
Yeah.
You should combine those and come up with something new.
I wonder if this young kid would be interested.
So, how about grown men that act like kids? Is that a possibility?
Well, it depends on where you wear diapers or not.
I guess that starts at the beginning and the end.
Than that to play with trains.
Yeah,
I'm being a smart aleck.
maybe that needs to be a new booth this year somewhere. You have a vendor, Kimberly Clark or something.
Yeah.
Farrell is he is to men what model trains are to real trains.
Oh, that was accurate, but not very
Slightly
polite.
smaller scale and battery powered.
I'm
And
leaving.
low batteries.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve, for your help.
I brought the very first train painting I ever did, and it's just out, right now. If you'd like to compare, I painted.
That's the
that
first one you ever did.
train when I was 14 years old. I painted that one.
Well, you've got a little better.
A little, thank you. Yeah.
Keep practicing. One day you'll get good.
Man, you're pretty harsh. You're harsh today. You know
And
that?
he's your friend. How do you treat your
And
enemies?
then I wonder why I don't have any friends.
Exactly.
Right here,
I was wondering if we were going to see you again, and we're happy to see you and the group. And Mr. Bielik.
Not Craig.
No matter what age you are, when you're young, you've got interest in trains, you love trains, and you have a model train set. But then there comes college, there comes military, there comes a career working, and until you retire, you often don't get back into it.
And then when you retire, you get the cool trains anyway.
Oh yeah, you can afford the really good stuff. Cheap stuff when you're young. Yeah.
That way you can break it and it's not a big deal.
Right.
All right, well, thank you so much. I'm going to have to go look at some trains.
Oh, you're very welcome. Enjoy the show.
So, can I get your name?
My name is Jeff Pierce.
And Jeff, what is it that you're doing out here today?
I am with the Rio Grande Modeling and Historical Society. We are a registered nonprofit, and we promote the history and the modeling and remembrance of the former Rio Grande, which is now part of the Union Pacific.
You are.
I got thrown out.
No, I was a little bit hurt all the times you never did come visit at the train show over to the booth in this corner.
I am so sorry. I
I admire you on television, and the show you do, and so it's great.
Coincidence, I admired Craig from afar. So
I wanted to talk about your work because it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I mean, really, I cannot believe the amount of detail and everything that is in here. I have a hand in art or two, and I know that this
that looks like a
this is
picture's
a lot of
taken.
work.
It looks like someone took a picture, doesn't
Right.
it? It doesn't, yeah.
You come to the HOSTLERS train show, and of course you're going to see trains. What you might not know you're going to see is a whole bunch of Lego. This is basically Legoland right here. Who am I talking to?
John Hubenthal.
And John, what's your part in this?
My contribution to the layout?
Yeah.
Okay. The city of Townsville is what I built for this show.
The city of Townsville. Okay, we're going to make our way over there. But this is getting a lot of attention right here. Can you explain that?
Sure. I actually designed this.
Oh, wait a minute. You did this?
I designed it.
Oh, okay.
Another member of our club is a big fan of the Game of Thrones TV series
Right.
on HBO.
Right.
So how important is the history of railroad? How important is it to keep that alive?
Well, it's very important, not only for the people who are into railroading, whether it's modeling or working for the railroads, but it's important overall, as it's an important piece of history of America. Whether it's a regional railroad, as the Rio Grande was, or it's a large Class 1 like the Union Pacific currently is, that runs in vast majority of the country. Just the history of the railroads and what they did for the country is very important to remember.
Why did you decide to start painting trains?
My grandfather was a railroader, and I liked drawing as a kid naturally, and that was a easy subject to draw.
It made Grandpa happy.
Yeah,
He was probably like, whoa!
I would draw the pictures for him, and I just developed. But then I started, learning the techniques of oil painting at 12, and so this one done at 14 was at an art school, and so
That's going to be in the Smithsonian one day.
that would be something. Yeah.
I like doing this kind of stuff design-wise, so I designed it and I calculated it all out, made it in Excel, so I knew exactly how much of each kind of brick in these 4 values to get. So it was a few years ago he made this at, I think, the second year of Brick Slopes convention that they had.
So you know how many Legos are in this right here. Maybe not off the top of your head, but you know.
I gave him the sheet of what he could, and of course that count was based on specific dimensions of what you can substitute. You don't have to use a 2x4, you could use 4 1x2s or so forth.
Wow, don't make me do math, okay? Don't make me, that's not my strong suit.
Those are variable.
That is not my strong suit.
That's why anybody asks us how many, that's not a question that interests us.
So do you guys have like a website if someone be interested in donating? You got a website or a Facebook or?
We do. We have a website. The address is rgmhs.org. Portions of it are still under construction. We have a new webmaster, but it is up and running. People can join through the website if they're interested in joining.
Oil is my medium, and I was looking at it and I thought, this is oil. Because of the
some are acrylic also. That very first one was oil. This one's all oil. But then over there, like the Virginia City, Comstock, that's all acrylic.
That is incredible. My dad is like a train fanatic. He's wandering around here somewhere, and he will come visit this booth, I can guarantee, even though I didn't.
Great.
So is there a Microsoft Excel sheet that does this, or did you just do it that way?
I'm just manipulating Excel to do it. And some of Excel will do count. So as I shade and put numbers in, it adds up those totals for me.
Right.
So I can put values in for the style of brick, and I can color it, and I can make the thing look right, and all the different pages. I think each one of these 32 by 32, I had it on its own page.
Okay, and then you just kind of figured out how they...
Of the white and the black and all that, yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's see your town. Where are we going? We're going to go this way?
The society itself, if you join, we publish a quarterly publication here called The Prospector, which promotes both historical articles and modeling articles for the railroad, and it comes out quarterly. We also have a online newsletter, thank you, that comes out on the months that the Prospector doesn't come.
Are you excited for next year when the big boy comes to town, Union Pacific?
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Bringing the historic steam engine here to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Golden Spike. Right. Yeah, big event. People coming from around the world. It's going to be big.
So do you do work besides trains, or train kind of your thing?
I work on the railroad too. That's my day job.
You really do? All the live long day?
Yeah, yes, out and night. Yeah, yeah.
Farrell got that joke. That was amazing.
I had to sing it in my head for a minute.
Okay, so we have made it to your town. Let's talk about it.
This is the city of Townsville. It's from the Powerpuff Girls series is what it's meant to represent.
Oh, okay. I watched that a few years ago, but I'm not really up on it. What is the green staircase?
Well, there are contrails. So you notice the girls that are on the flying up in the air?
Yes.
So that's their pathways. So each pathway represents the personality of the girl.
Right.
So Buttercup, she's tough, and so she's all in angles. you see her pathway. And Bubbles is the happy, touchy-feely one. So she has the swirly curves.
Also at the shows, in addition to the magazine and recruiting new members for the society, we sell Rio Grande related items that are all Rio Grande related, hats, DVDs, and stuff that all promote the railroad and show its history and what it was and what it became and was when it was absorbed into the Union Pacific.
Did you ever tell Craig about the Farrell's Fun Train?
I told him about the painting, the
Farrell's Fun Train.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a good idea, Craig. Listen up.
It was, UTA, the front runner commuter train.
Yeah.
It was proposed to get ridership up, levels up, to earn more money, to create a train called the Farrell Fun Train.
Wait a minute, those ideas are completely incompatible.
Well, that's why you don't see it, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, people would sign up just to have a fun time with Farrell.
Could you imagine? Yeah. We could, and we'll bring Craig along.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for it. I would do it. That would be fun to be doing like a comedy gig in a car. Hey everybody.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Janae, what do you think of that as an idea?
I would do it.
You would ride it?
Yeah. But Farrell's my fake husband, so.
A fake husband.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do something like this?
A lot of it, I realize, I think a lot of it's in development over time. I know the first time that I set out to it was probably 2 weekends that I was working on it more heavily, getting a lot of the buildings done, and then I make improvements and additions from show to show. And one thing that I do on this particular layout is that I make it seasonal. So the last time I showed it, most of the trees in the park were leafless varieties like that for the winter, and I swapped out. These used to be green, and I swapped it out for white for the snow.
You know what I think is cool about it? It's a magazine. Who prints magazines? It's kind of nice to have something. Everything's electronic. It's nice to have something tangible you can hold in your hand and read.
That's right. And we print it. We have, at last count, I think about 800 members worldwide. And when I say worldwide, I mean that literally, as we do have one member that is in the Soviet Union, in Russia, that's a member of our society, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, all over the U.S. and Canada, South America. So American railroading is not just an American pastime, it's worldwide.
Very good. All right, well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I can't remember the situation. I think I was being funny, making fun of Janae, and somebody thought I was Janae's husband, and they were mad at me. They're like, I can't believe he's talking like that to you. So.
Janae's got a real husband and a fake husband.
Yeah.
Some people only have a fake husband. Janae's got both.
At least there's no more than that. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So here's my question. Did you ever do an illustration or a painting of the Farrell Fun Train?
No, the proposal fell through. Oh, wait,
no. I got one. It's got the sea monkeys on it.
The actual proposal fell through with the UTA, but I created a
painting. He had the artist rendering of it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt the proposal fell through. I would have loved to have had the camera the day that it arrived in the mail. People are like, Dave, get in here. I swear, this is going to be set up some chairs. This is the best thing ever.
You are never going to have this happen again.
Yeah.
And so now as we're into spring, I've replaced the trees with these purples and pinks for blossoming trees. And when I show it again at a library event in June, I will replace the white with green base plates.
I can't believe you would go to that kind of work to make the detail, but look at how happy it's making some of these guys. I mean, that kid is fascinated with what's going on here.
And then the fall, I had the foliage that's typical for fall. But
Sure. You can't show up with last season's.
And these mosaics built into the side as murals painted on. That's a new addition for this show as well.
So
it highlights what those characters, what they look like, and so that can more readily identify the theme to some people that want to see it, rather than like these are representations of villains in the series. That's the Gangrene Gang. But on this scale, it's very small, and so the details have to. If you know the reference material, you'll kind of get it.
Do you know my friend Craig?
Yeah, we met.
Oh, okay.
We've met a couple of times.
But who are you?
I'm Farrell. Well, how can you forget me?
You like me, don't you?
Yeah, who's Farrell?
You know, I have no idea. I see him once in a while at these shots and
Just
stuff
down the
like that.
street here, back in the kind of, that little building that's just back in the corner there.
It's like have you ever heard of feral cats?
Yes,
It's the same thing.
Same
he's
thing.
He's the feral human.
I remember you now.
Yeah. Tall, good-looking guy.
No, I heard that you were a nice guy, but not tall and good looking.
Well,
But I think you are taller than me.
yeah, a little bit. Not much, though.
I gave Farrell a copy of the artwork. Sure. Yep.
That's you know what? So when's Craig's Fun Train gonna happen?
Probably wouldn't be a exact fun train.
You know what it could be? I just thought about this. How about Craig's geriatric train?
No.
That's a great idea.
Farrell's fake husband train. That would be a really good one. Farrell's fake husband train.
Let's float some more ideas around. See if something gets.
Oh, UTA is just sitting in their office right now with fingers crossed. Please send these to us, please.
You could paint all the cars. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Wasn't there a Mojo Jojo, that guy?
Yes. So he's in the volcano in the park, and so there's Mojo Jojo right here. So he will be represented as a minifigure in a series that Lego is producing later this year.
So he's there. I guess the big question I want to ask you is, why do you do this?
Because it's fun.
I mean, I can tell you're laughing about it.
Lego is addictive.
Oh, I know, man. I got sons and grandkids.
Clean. You can make this stuff very quickly. From when I decided to do these mosaics, I think less than 3 hours I had the design planned out. So it's quick to do and it's clean, and you get to work in these bold colors. I don't have to wait for paint to dry. I can repurpose and reuse this. I had these mosaics done as a platter, as a solid figure, and that's something I did just last weekend, was to take those and to incorporate them into buildings so they can be more upright.
So what's happening this year? What's big and
Hey,
exciting?
it's been great. We've had a really good turnout last night. The weather forecast only scared about 1,000 people away.
There's a lot of people here. I don't think it scared too many away.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but we're like getting the stink eye because we're
right
clogging
we're right in the middle of the aisle here,
right in the middle of the aisle. I think people are going to start shoving any minute now.
They could.
Well, people are probably, after seeing this stuff, they're going to go, where can I find out more about you? Or do they have to hop a train to talk to you, or can they?
Artistoftherails.com. I live in Riverdale.
This is great. I should have met you long ago.
I know. I agree. Yep.
I really do. And if the Farrell Fun Train ever comes to be, I'll tell you who the first passenger is going to be. Janae.
Way to go, Janae. Bailed us all out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Good to see you again, buddy.
This is incredible. We've had a great time. Thank you for explaining all of this.
You're welcome.
I mean, I wouldn't have known about the trail. I mean, I didn't know about the trails. I asked you. There's a little guy over here. I think he's dying to talk to either me or you or maybe both of us, but we're going to talk to him. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. What's your name?
Parker.
Barker. Are you having a good time here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this thing right here?
It's really a work of art that these people have made.
You know what? The people that made it is this people right here. That guy built that, and I bet he is just like so happy that you said work of art. Yeah. Congratulations, Mike. How many years now?
29.
29.
This is 29th show. Next year is our 30th anniversary. And tell Bill to remember this. It's a week later next year. Say 8th, 9th, and 10th next year.
It'll be the 30th anniversary.
30th anniversary.
Bill will just know. Bill has a sense about when
his
things
ears
are
were
happening.
ringing yesterday because we were wondering where you guys were.
Well, we needed. I have no real good excuse.
Farrell can't talk about where he was yesterday. His parole officer watches this show.
I'm here with Kathy Chester, and she seems so awesome. What are you here promoting?
We are promoting the Golden Spike National Monument, and there's 3 of us right here that are volunteers, and I volunteer once a week up at the Spike and work on the engines.
Sweet. So why should people go to see the Golden Spike?
We wouldn't be here if we hadn't had the meeting of the trains from the east and the west. They met out there at Promontory.
Parker, do you like trains?
Yeah.
Really? Like what kind? Big ones, little ones?
Well, my grandpa likes trains too.
He likes trains too? You like Legos?
Yeah, I like Legos.
You know what? The guy said that you can take this home with you.
What?
If you can hear me,
That's what he just said. What?
for you.
No, I'm just teasing you. He won't let you take it home.
Okay.
It'd be cool if he would, though, wouldn't
I
he?
was like, oh.
Maybe you should just ask him. Say, can I take that home?
You can get with someone.
Can I take that home?
Ticket and let them know.
He says no. He says no. That's probably pretty expensive.
So anyway, it's been a good show. We got new vendors this year that we've never had before. We got 9 operating layouts this year, which is one more than last year. And there's same old thing. Got a good food vendor. They fixed us breakfast this morning. That's new. Yeah,
How come I'm not around for breakfast?
Burrito bar breakfast.
What time does that start tomorrow? I'll be here.
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. I was going to say, how come the crowd
I
surfing
think
guys
they
ain't
ran
in
out
on
of
that?
invitations.
Well, that's the story of my life. Every day late and dollar short every
That's
time.
right.
I hear you're having an anniversary coming up.
Right on May 10th, we have our celebration, and then we're going to have a big celebration. May 10th next year is going to be our 150th.
So we should all go for that. Is there a place where people can get more information?
You bet. We have a telephone number right here. It's 435-471-2209, or you can go to our website. It's www.nps.gov, and you can get information there.
Thanks for being awesome.
Okay.
You have Legos at home?
Yeah, I actually have some Halo, and all sorts of Legos.
Kind of stuff. Well, we're glad that you came and chatted with us today. And I think you should just kind of memorize what's going on here, and then you go home and build it yourself.
Okay.
There you go, Parker. You're a good guy. Shake this guy's hand. He's the guy that made it.
Oh, no, I don't.
I would love to get Farrell in front of a free burrito bar. That would be some of the best television you've ever seen.
You know what I do?
Have you ever seen a flock
Would
of
he take his
locusts
shirt off
like go and
even?
strip like a tree of all this?
I just pull a chair right up to the. I wouldn't even sit at the booth. I just pull a chair right up to the. Take my shirt off and go to eating.
That's what I figured.
He'd be like knife, fork. What? They don't have a shovel?
I'll just use the tongs they got right there. Perfect.
Farrell, check this out. This is something new here at the show. I've never seen this. I walked up and asked the people, "Hey, is this a World War II reproduction of like a Nazi train?" And the lady's like pointing at the sign.
Yeah.
And yes, that's what it is. And so, do you know much about this?
I know the work that we did on it and where it came from, but
So
tell us.
Did you do this work yourself?
when we got the train, a lot of the lighting had melded on the shades, and the overhead lighting had all burned out. So we took the cars apart. We redid all of the tables, the food, the lighting. We added these 2 rooms with the bathroom and the storage room for luggage.
I'm here with 2 really famous train conductors. What are your names?
Anthony, Nora.
Anthony and Nora. And what are you enjoying about the train show?
Legos. I like the Legos.
I like the Legos too. That was super neat. Do you have Legos at home?
Yes.
You gonna do anything special for your 30th?
Well, we're thinking about it, yes, but I don't know for sure what it's going to be yet. But we're trying to come up with something special.
Top secret plans.
Top secret plans, yes.
Maybe Farrell could come and, I don't know, dance or something. We could do an interpretive railroad dance. Farrell's good at that.
Okay, if you
You
say
know,
so.
it's the Hostler's 30th birthday, and it's my 30th
No, it's
birthday.
not the Hostlers' 30th. Their 30th.
the show's 30th
The
birthday.
Hostlers' 30th birthday was Thursday night. Same to you, and it was Thursday night. And one of our illustrious club members, who's 90 years old, bought us all pizza here. Had it delivered here. We had a little pizza party.
Once again, where am I when the free food?
Here's torturing Farrell with
Well,
all
didn't
these
you
free
get the
food.
invitation? I sent you an email.
The level of detail is incredible on this thing.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if you can fully capture it on camera, but there's like expressions on those little people's faces that are not more than a quarter of an inch tall.
Correct.
This guy's got a picture of
we have
Hitler
a lot
on
of
his
food
wall.
on the table, a lot of food in the kitchen that Lori painted and put that all in.
So good question here is, why would you do this? I mean, besides the fact that it's really cool to look at.
It's fun.
Yeah? Is it really?
Oh, we had a blast doing it.
Really?
What do you make with the Legos?
Semi-trucks and like courses and hospitals.
Hospital. Wow.
We just kind of build freestyle. We just build whatever we want.
That sounds great. I like that. What have you learned here at the train show?
That I don't really know.
Mike, this is awesome. We'll think of, Farrell and I will put our heads together. We'll think of something special for your 30th.
All right, do that.
Farrell's got an idea of the Hostlers event.
We've been called that. Hustlers.
That's what one of the guys was telling me back there. That's the only reason Farrell showed up today. He thought it was Hustler.
I got the words confused. Yeah. All right, Mike. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. I
Farrell.
appreciate
I'm sure
it.
glad to see you.
I'm glad someone's glad to see me.
It made my whole weekend.
I'm
it really
sure.
did.
Thank you, Mike. And Mike, just
He's a
between us,
liar.
thanks for being nice to Farrell. I mean,
I try.
Yeah,
I try my damnedest.
Farrell doesn't have a lot of friends, and he
No,
just doesn't.
I know.
Hey, guess what, everybody? Mike was happy to see me. Did you hear that? Mike's happy to see me.
Like this makes you happy.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing it, and it took a lot of searching on the internet to find a lot of the things we used in here, and that. So.
Yeah, where do you find loaves of bread that size? You have to you do a Google search. Wanted loaf of bread, must be a 1/16 of an inch.
It's interesting because you can find about anything on the internet these days. But
Farrell knows that. You're not telling him anything.
I was talking more about things to put in the train, but
so was Farrell.
What do you think people would enjoy if they came out to the train show?
All these things that are a lot of money.
That's always fun, huh? Yeah. Why do you think people should come?
Well, I think they should come see the Legos and all the fun pictures.
Thanks for joining me.
Look who I found. My friend Bob. Bob, what's been happening?
Well, things have really slowed down since you arrived. Other than that, it's been a great day here at Union Station. Been wonderful.
How many people do you think is here today? There's a lot of people.
I'd say there's a couple of thousand today at least, maybe 3 or 4. Just amazing. We're sure glad the weather held out. And we've got displays, every kind of scale railroad you can think of, all sorts of vendors. And remember, the kids are free. Kids under 14 are free. So please.
What about mentally? Can I still get in for free?
Well, that's a real edge on you. I have, how I have concerns for you.
I'm amazed by this. We've been to this show, I don't know, half a dozen times or more. I probably have been to it 15 times my whole life, but I've never seen anything like this.
this is very unique. It's a very expensive piece, and probably why you don't see a lot of things like this. And you either build it for yourself. I mean, it has such a limited market that.
So it's for sale?
It is for sale.
Hey, Craig, will you buy me this?
Sure. I mean, why not? I've been beating him up all day on camera, so.
I'm here with some really famous train conductors, and they're super cute. What are your names?
My name's Pilot.
Pilot?
Pilot.
I love it. What's your name? Legend? I heard your name's Legend. What's your name?
Lily.
And your name?
Grace. Gracie.
You're Grace? What do you like about the train show?
I like the Legos.
That seems to be a big hit.
Kids love it. I had my grandkid here today, and he left with trains and a railroad cap.
Look at Grandpa buying stuff.
Darn straight.
He's like, hey, take that home, let your parents deal with it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got my train whistle too. Blow on it hard, young one.
And then they have to because Grandpa said. Yeah, Grandpa said.
And it's great.
I bet it is.
It'll annoy them for days, if not weeks.
What do I got to fork over for this?
We're asking $12,000
For everything?
for everything.
Really? That's a pretty good deal if you ask me.
Especially
Not buying it for Farrell.
well, This is a live Astor steam locomotive, and it goes for about $5,000.
Just the locomotive
Just
portion.
the locomotive.
Yeah.
Each of these cars are handmade brass cars. They sell for $1,500 with nothing in them.
Right.
So right there you have $8,000. Then we add the 2 cars on the ends, and then when you start looking at the cost of everything that we put inside of
Well,
it.
and then all the time you've spent on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
What do you like?
I like the train.
Have you seen lots of trains?
I saw a train before. I got to ride a train once.
That's so neat. So what do you think people will get to see if they come? What do you recommend?
I don't know. They could ride on a train.
Thank you for joining me.
You know, the one I kind of get a kick out of is this whole Lego setup. I just think this is amazing. Look at the colors. I had no idea. Matter of fact, whoever put this all together spent a fortune.
Yeah, Legos aren't cheap. Yeah.
But it is really amazing. And the kids love it. Kids of all ages, actually.
Yeah, I like it. Bob likes it.
Yeah, so come on down and see this wonderful Lego display. We got the big Lionel stuff upstairs. We got the HO stuff. We got the N scale. It's all here. All right?
Alrighty.
And have fun.
Thank you. You too, Bob. Good to see you again, buddy.
Take care.
I was expecting you to say something more like $20,000. I really was.
Yeah.
It's all yours. I'm not buying this for Farrell.
Blue sweater.
Farrell doesn't own anything that costs $12,000. Even his
I don't
car.
own anything that costs $12.
Have you had any interest? Has anyone actually asked, "Hey, what do you want for that?" Besides me.
People ask, but just curiosity. I don't know that we've had anybody that would really stop and think about coming up with $12,000.
I'm here with the most famous guy of all, the guy who lets you in to the festival.
Thank you for the notoriety. Yeah.
And what's your name?
Dave Davis.
I like Dave Davis a lot. He's so handsome.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's not often I get to interview anybody so tall. Are you having fun with the trains, buddy?
We'll see.
Well, he's watching Mom. He's trying to figure out what Mom is doing. So what's his name?
That's Henry.
Henry. Hey, Henry. Henry, buddy. What are you doing? You like the trains?
So do you got a Facebook page or something if someone was really interested in buying this or watching it? They're like, man, that would be really cool. They got a way to get a hold of you?
We have a website. It's called Dr. Tom's Trains, DRTOMS Trains, and it has .com, and it has a whole bunch of photos that we had a professional photographer take. So a lot of the photos are with the top off, so that you can see all of the detail inside and see all the work that we went to.
So can you tell us about the festival?
Well, it's we have it every year, and it's been very successful because all the little kids really love to see trains. So we try to get everybody here to set up a decent display so that everybody will enjoy it. And the vendors usually have a good time because they make quite a bit of money selling their goods. And it's been very successful, and we're proud to put it on.
That's what I like. He's a strong, silent type.
Just like his dad.
He's really tall. I mean, you're tall to start with, and then him up there is
Bigger.
Yeah. Are you having a good time?
It's a good day. Really.
What's the deal with trains? Why do people like trains?
I think it's just a romantic period from our past. I mean, I think people see the evolution of U.S. history and transportation development. That's what I like about it. And then trains are cool. I mean, they make noise, they make mess.
All of that kind of stuff. That's all cool. Henry, do you think trains are cool?
You do?
You think I'm cool?
Well, he's honest.
No, that's okay. That's all right. That's cool. So my father's wandering around here somewhere today. He may have already been by. He looks like an older version of me. All right. Here's the thing.
Oh man!
When he sees this, shut up,
Could you
Farrell.
imagine?
I know. Farrell's like, I thought you were as old as it could get.
Now,
Here's the thing.
are we doing stand up or?
No, we're just making
Am
fun
I
of Craig.
just your straight guy here? Or?
What I was going to say is he's going to come by and he's going to want this, okay? I'll give you $500 not to sell it to him, okay? Because then that's something else I'm going to inherit, okay?
I'm going to pretend to be Craig's dad and we'll split the money.
I'm glad you said that the kids like it because I got a big kid right here.
Yeah, which one?
Right
Well,
there.
I have a question for you. You're manning the door. Have you had to tackle anybody yet that hadn't paid to get in?
No, I just make them afraid of me.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I yell at them. Yeah,
That's the best thing to do.
Yeah. I'm too little to tackle anybody.
Well, I don't know about that. It's the size of the fight and the dog, and not the dog in the fight, right?
Dynamite in small packages, yeah.
There you go. Exactly. That's why you have this job.
Yeah, that's why they put me here all the time, yeah.
You know what, Henry? I need you because we've been trying to pick a fight. I want Farrell to fight one of those guys over there because he said I could have a train if Farrell can beat him. Do you think Farrell should fight?
See, he's a good kid, Craig.
Oh, good.
The question I have is, can I get on your shoulders like him and maybe we can walk around?
We can check.
Oh, yeah, we
Let's
have a
give it a
race.
try. Let's give it a try. I'm completely serious. I'm completely serious. I don't want to ask what you weigh. I don't want to ask what you weigh.
I'm going about 230.
About 230?
230.
Okay, so that is. I'm about 148, so that's
About 12 in dog pounds.
that's bigger than me.
A little bit.
That's 12 in
might
dog
hurt.
pounds.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
like that.
Go with that.
This is absolutely incredible. I really think that this is worth the price of admission alone today.
It is. A lot of people have really enjoyed coming in and looking at it. And
in all honesty, that is like, it is really, really
Well,
cool.
you've been the stand-up comic. Go ahead, look at the camera and say, thank you, folks. You've been a great audience tonight. Coming up next.
folks, you've been a great audience tonight. Coming up next.
Craig,
that's right. Right. No, I'm the opening guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, coming up next is. I never even asked your name.
Oh, Richard.
Coming up next is Richard.
Hey, thank you so much for
thank you.
talking with us and putting up with Craig. I appreciate it.
Hey, I have a question for you. Do you go to the same fashion designer as Farrell?
That is a good-looking shirt you have on, my friend.
Yeah, we're going to the same tailor, don't we?
We're practically twins.
Yeah, almost. Your hair's not as gray as mine.
Well, yeah, but you've got more than I do. So
That's good.
together we're a team.
We went to different schools together, didn't we?
Yep. Just like the Siamese twins went to different schools together.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty.
Now I know this won't be on TV.
Oh, no, we'll edit it right out.
I figured you would. But thanks for making me feel great.
And thanks for being totally awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Dave, thanks so much for talking with me. I appreciate your time.
You bet. Anytime. Next year.
Next year I'll be here.
Henry, how long are you going to ride on your dad's shoulders? Till you're, 22?
Craig, he had...
At least 5.
You are just the cutest kid, Ian. Congratulations.
Well, thanks.
He's your kid, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say.
I found him right over there, and I'm just going to leave.
That's the kind of joke that was funny like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's the kind of joke that you go to jail for.
No, that's not good.
You're correcting this child, Craig. You need to stop.
I know.
Come on.
I'm asking him to fight. I'm like accusing his dad.
It's all good.
All of that stuff. That's why you tune in for this show, folks. The family values.
That's
What
right.
person are you?
I'm
a
surprised.
Canadian.
I'm surprised you didn't offer him a drink. To be
That's
honest
what
with
it
you.
That was coming next. You guys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for supporting events in Ogden, right?
All good. We love it.
Did you have fun, Janae?
That was the best.
Did you really? I mean, did you learn anything while you were here?
I did. I learned that there's so many things that are interesting to so many people. Trains reach out to everybody.
I know. Trains, planes, automobiles.
That should
all
be a
kinds of
movie.
stuff. Yeah. You know what? Shh, don't say that on camera.
Oh,
don't say
sorry.
that. Glad you folks joined us today on Crowd Surfing for the Hostlers Model Railroad Show. It's your host,
Farrell Lafferty.
and
Janae Francis.
and little old me, Craig Bielek. And we're so happy to have you here. And we are so happy to have Farrell here because he doesn't get to come to these very often.
Not very often. Hey, make sure you check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We're all over the place.
We're in more places than you want us to be.
We're like an itch you can't reach.
Exactly.